Hey everybody, it's Brooks here, Senior Pastor, First Baptist Church of the Islands. Hope you're having a great day today. Thank you for taking time to join me for today's 5 for 5. Hey, if you haven't already, before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our church's YouTube channel, FBC of the Islands. You may be on it right now, which is a good thing if that's the case. If not, find it, subscribe to it, and click that bell for notifications. That'll bring these videos right straight to your phone every single day of the work week. So thank you for joining me today. So we're going to talk this whole week about the topic of change. I have a feeling you've been there, right? You've been there, you've done that. Maybe it was a change in location. Maybe you moved recently to where you're living now. Maybe you sold a house. Maybe you bought a house. Maybe you've gone through a time of illness. Maybe you've had some job changes or relationship changes. Listen, we all know what change is all about. This week, that's the topic we're going to be talking about. Well, there's a cool story in the Bible. There are lots of them, actually. But one that I want to focus on today that comes out of the book of 2 Kings. It's in 2 Kings chapter 6. And kind of the primary character there, I guess we could say, aside from God, is going to be a prophet named Elisha. Now, who was Elisha? I won't give you a lot of info, but basically, he was a prophet to the people of Israel in the Old Testament, who was about 850 years or so before Jesus would be born. So the 9th century BC. So he's a prophet, he's God's mouthpiece. And there's this scene in 2 Kings chapter 6, where the Arameans are trying to go to war against Israel. And every time the king of Aram places their troops somewhere, well, the Lord shows Elisha where they are, and he tells the king of Israel. Well, the king of Aram's getting mad about this. He's getting kind of hot. You know, every time I put my troops there to attack, they know where we are. How is this happening? He finds out it's Elisha. And so he tells some of his men, you go get him, and we're going to get rid of this guy. And so sure enough, there's this particular day where they finally track down Elisha. And it's interesting because we read the story here. I'm going to read here in 2 Kings chapter 6. I'm going to start, let's start in verse 11. This will give a little bit of a sense of the context. It says, now the heart of the king of Aram was enraged over this thing, right, of how Elisha was given away his position. And he called his servants and said to them, will you tell me which of us is for the king of Israel? Well, they share that it was Elisha. This is what happens. Verse 15. It says, now when the attendant of the man of God, that's Elisha, had risen early and gone out, behold, an army with horses and chariots was circling the city. And his servant said to him, alas, my master, what shall we do? Hey, huge change of plans here, okay? They did not expect this morning, when they walk out on the porch with their cup of coffee, so to speak, that they're going to be the enemy troops surrounding. This is a pretty big change of plans. Listen what it says next. So he tells Elisha, hey, listen, this whole army is here to get us. What are we going to do? And so this is what Elisha said. So he answered, do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. At this point, probably Elisha's attendant is like, what is he talking about? All I see is the enemy. Then Elisha, verse 17, prayed, and he said, O Lord, I pray, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. When they came down to him, Elisha prayed to the Lord and said, strike this people with blindness, I pray. So he struck them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. Listen, here's the thing. Here's what I want you to keep in mind. When you go through a time of change, just like for Elisha, what he did not see initially was that God had it. God was in control. God was not surprised. God provided the resources. And Elisha prayed for his attendant who couldn't see all this. He said, Lord, just open his eyes so he can see. You know what? In your time of change today, here's my encouragement to you. Just pray that God can open your eyes to, if you don't see, to trust that he knows everything you face. He's got a way through it. He's going to be faithful. He's going to be good, and he's going to bring you through if you follow him. Hey, maybe this week, I want to challenge you. We're going to challenge you with this all week long. Begin a list. Keep it right there close to you in your Bible or wherever. Start a list right now. Take a minute to write down some of those unchanging qualities of God. Keep them close and let them be a reminder for you in your time of change. Hey, we hope you have a great day today. God bless you.